What has been built around the streetcar. 2006, the aerial tram, another device for development. An extension of the university was needed. University on top of the hill, they had the land on the bottom of the hill, they built a tram. So to connect the two places and to make the potential for development. And then finally, last year, these very smart looking commuter trains linking the city of Portland up and down the Willamette Valley. So this is what has happened related to all of those transit options, but also related to changing how the city accommodates bikers. They have had I would say 6 times increase in biking. And I talk about the importance of accommodating people that are novice bikers, that are not really good, that have little junkers like me. One of the things that they've been focusing on in Portland is that the gender split is now about 50-50. And what that is saying to them and why they're emphasizing it is that now biking is not just for fit bikers, it's for people that just want to get around. Okay? Unlike in a place like London where I would never bike. Okay, then the other side of this is the change in per capita miles traveled in Portland. Decreasing on a per capita basis. That means they need less road space, less parking, etc., etc., etc. This is not what is happening in Connecticut. This is not what, well, until the last year or so, where things were out of our hand. But this is an amazing change that is related to all of the other things we see. And the financial implication of this is tremendous.
Is that per capita per day, or the numbers on the side mean more than?
Those numbers are per day.
Per day, okay.
Yes, and the US average is about 25 or 26. So this is about half of the US average. Yes.
12% decrease since 1995.
Okay, so the last idea I want to leave you with is this idea that was very, very influential for me. Louis Mumford in the 1950s and 1960s is not as well known as Jane Jacobs, but he was a very strong critic of the way we were going about with building our transportation system. And one of the things that has really influenced how I think about transportation is this idea. What is transportation for? And Mumford says that the engineers never ask themselves, what is transportation for? They assume probably that it's about moving cars, it's about making sure that we have more roads to expand, but the issue of what we're trying to achieve is never really broached. And basically, I'm paraphrasing what he says. He says what transportation for is about access. And we often think about transportation as movement, of moving things, of moving people. But transportation is really about people having access to their friends, to jobs, to the goods that they need. And we need to think about how that can be achieved without necessarily moving. Because there is no glory in driving 25 miles per day, unless you have to. Nobody really wants it. No care how much we love our car, we don't want to spend all of that time in our cars. So the issue of access needs to be what needs to be focused on. And the idea that the most effective, the most environmentally sound, and the most socially advantageous way of doing this, to provide this access, is to create and sustain vibrant, viable urban places. Thank you.